Unmute. There you go.
Hi, Kelly.
Hi, darling.
Um, I saw your short on Dolores Cannon and the ego, and
Hmm.
I had a laugh because just realizing how sneaky the ego is, it's for me, and I think for you, and it's easy to be righteous for somebody else. That's not fair. It's not
Right.
fair. So it was a great video. I really appreciate that.
Thank you.
Yeah, a question I had on Dolores, I don't know if you've seen this, but one of the things she said, and maybe see if I can ask the guides or if you know anything on this. Um, she said at one point that, when you go to the airport, all the people in the airport, or a good majority of those people, are soulless people. They don't have souls. They are people that you've created in your mind. And depending on where you are in your vibration, if you think it's going to be crazy busy, you're going to see tons of people, but they don't really exist. And that was just fascinating. I've just been rolling that around in my head. I wanted to see if anything comes through on that.
Well, I'll let me give you what I know, what I've learned in this 2 years of going from thinking I understood some concept of reality to knowing I don't know shit and still know even less today. But I will share what I perceive. You must have heard about the simulation theory. Okay. Yeah. But what does it matter? Is it all make believe? When I one of the most recent big, and I'm having so many now that they're blurring together and I can't even point them out to you now anymore. But one of the recent big things that I did, where I had a wicked big download of information, download of wicked amounts of light language came through and all of that. For about 2 weeks after that, I could just be, and I still can actually, now that I'm saying it, I can. I just haven't done it. But what I realized was that all I have to do is just kind of look up and look at the corner of the room that I'm in. And there is a part of me, I'm just starting to go, but there's a part of me that feels the space around where I am. It's like the hologram is getting smaller and smaller. They're liking this conversation. And what we are perceiving right in front of us is our reality. Do I have any desire to sit and look at a person and think, well, they don't have a soul? No, I don't like the idea of that. It just doesn't feel good to me at all. I a lot rather I a lot rather sit at the airport and say, okay, showers of blessings on you, showers of blessings on you. Whether any of it's doing anything or not, I don't care. It's because it's my reality. I'm putting pixie dust on people. That's all I care about. That's my reality. So there were some things that I listened to of Dolores Cannon at the time when I listened to it. It kind of frigged with my brain a little bit. But what I've gotten back to is there is nothing that is not truth. That's an incredible perspective in life. If you can grab onto that it is all true. If someone is telling you that they are a descendant of a dinosaur, blah blah blah, it's like there's no truth that's not true. There's nothing, it's all true. What you have to no, that was the two before right there, girls and boys. Uh what we are invited to is to define our truth. That's the game. We come to earth to figure out that it is a game, and we get to define our own truth and our own reality. And so I don't get too hung up on stuff. I bless it, and I lean into the things that make my heart expand. That's what I try to spend my time doing. I lean into the ideas of, I love the idea that I can tone and send all of you blessings. When I tone and I'm seeing my heart, this giant beam coming out of my heart going to all of you, and I can see this in my mind this beautiful sacred geometry connecting us all. I like that idea. So that's my reality. That wasn't probably very helpful, but
That was great. Thank you.
you're so welcome, dear. Deborah.
Hi, Kelly, and hello, everybody. Greetings, and nice to be joining this circle. I have a question. I come from a long background of meditation. Started out with TM years and years ago. I'm a long time meditator. I meditate every day with my background is mostly with Vipassana and Buddhist meditation and mindfulness. So I'm practicing in my day-to-day kitchen chores, whatever the heck I'm doing, to be present, to be there, so the thoughts come, and my inclination is to get away from that, to get away from those thoughts, and to just be where I am, to be present.
Yeah.
So it's funny paradox of what you're talking about, because I am very interested in this new world to me, which is the world of channeling. How to incorporate that into how I practice mindfulness and my sense of being present.
How do you feel that it's not the same, Hannah? I don't get the difference.
How
Everything
do I
my
what?
everything that I do, they've given the name Present Moment Magic. That's the whole theme of what my guides bring through is the magic of the present moment, sinking into the present moment. This my second book is called Establishing Your Frequency. It's talking about how to be in the present moment and be aware, and be aware of where am I vibrating right now? Where is my, we all know that. We all have that. Maybe that's, for me, all I can do is tell you what it is for me. For me, mindfulness is coming into this moment and kind of checking in with myself and saying, where's your vibe right now? Like I was on vacation with all these damn kids that are damn near 20 years younger than I, and they're all a pain in the ass. God love them. But there was, there's just stuff you grow out of with years, you just do. And so there was crap that, and I would feel myself being a little like, not grumpy, but not really in my joy space either. And I would check in with myself and I'd be like, you're not feeling very happy. You're not, where's this vibe? This isn't our vibe. And all I would do is in that moment, my guides call it the sacred breath, that they didn't make that up. It's been around for centuries. I take a breath in. I feel, and when they first taught me this, I felt the breath in my chest. And they said, feel the space that you create with that breath. Now, when I take a sacred breath, I'm in that ether. I'm in that black space. I'm a point in the center of space. And I can come back to the present. I don't think that's very helpful to you, but
No, it kind of is. And I think it's, for me, it sounds like a matter of trust. What you're speaking about is trusting this bigger true voice within you. And my inclination has been to say, no, go away. I'm peeling a carrot right now. And
wanting to focus, like really focus into the task at hand. Okay.
right.
Okay, so now I got it. All right, I got it. So we have been taught over the years, to do things to come back to the present moment. You focus on what you're doing. You feel the cushion under your butt. You feel your feet on the floor. Those are things that bring you back to the present moment. That doesn't mean that it isn't about being in the present moment, focusing on the carrot. It's about coming back to the present moment, because what this part, This is how I talk about this. This is the humanity. This is your higher self. All of it is within us. This is your energy body. This is your soul. This is whatever, however you want to talk to it. It doesn't matter, okay? But this is your divine essence. This is all the crap that's gone when you die, okay? Well, the crap that's gone when you die can hijack your mind. And you going. Well, if you're going and you're flying with unicorns and magical beings and having a fabulous time and you're happy and joyful, yay. But if you're going, which is more likely the case, and you're bitching and you're practicing the fight that you should have had with your daughter or your son, you know how your brain goes on that,
Yeah, all that
journey,
detritus
all
stuff.
that bullshit, we want to come back. I actually will say in my mind, that's not
Right.
serving you. That's not
Right.
serving you. But
Right.
it doesn't mean that I got to focus on the carrot. It means I come back to the present moment with my breath, and I breathe in that oneness. For me, gosh, I can't explain it. Deborah, I can't explain it. It is that I physically can feel it now. There's that breath and just that knowing I'm loved, knowing I'm one with everything. And I have to practice it, and I do practice it. This doesn't come natural. We signed up for the merry-go-round that was going to keep us distracted by the bullshit of life. That's what we signed up for. Can we be on that merry-go-round and remember that we are one, that we are love? We're not just loved, we are love. What is the essence of creation? It's love. What is the ether? It's love. That is the thing that everything comes from, is love. I breathe into that, and that's what my whole second book is about. And this is what the angels, they called it: tips, tricks, and hacks. And when they said that, I said, "There's no friggin' way I'm putting that in this book. That's too trendy." And they said, "No, people need tips, tricks, and hacks, because the energy of your world is moving faster and faster. People don't have time to meditate for an hour." But my guides have taught things like that tone. Go into the bathroom and go, ooh. And when I do that, I picture that circuit, the sacred circuit that goes, it's a figure 8. I don't know how long you've been with me, but it's a circuit of energy that the angels explained that we all have, zillions of them going all up and down our energy system. And this circuit of energy carries stuff away and brings stuff back. It goes to Creator and it goes to the heart of Mother Earth, and we are the central point. The angels gave that to me when they came through in my second book. And so when I go into that tone, whatever the sound comes, people ask all the time, do you do this? Do you do that? I do whatever comes out, whatever I can surrender to. Whatever I can surrender to. I can do it silently in my head and get benefit from it. Because if I'm sitting beside Michael in the car, I can't start chanting and oming. He's going to think I'm nuts. But I'll be in my head and I'll hear it in my head. But
I understand.
I'm
I
moving that
understand.
energy.
It's sort of
Yep.
different. I have one other quick question. I'm
Go
sorry
ahead,
to take
sweetie.
time.
No, you're fine. Nobody else has a hand up.
I had in what you're talking about in a deep meditation, I had an out of body experience where I was above my body, watching my body. It didn't last very long, but I was there, and I thought, what am I doing? Where am I? I was just completely gone, and I came back, and it hasn't happened again. But can you speak of that?
You know the branch that I spoke about that I'm hitting the ceiling on? It's that. I want to be able to, with my intention, move out of my body and do whatever it is that they want me to do. And I can't seem to let go. So I can speak to the absolute truth of the possibility of it. I know that I've had small experiences. I had an experience here on the couch where I could feel my presence. I couldn't turn and look over at my body, but I could sense that I was over here and my body was here and my inner child was here. And it was a crazy moment. It was a really crazy moment. And I was doing a one-to-one with somebody when this happened, which was a little wild. I'm not gonna lie, but it's been part of my journey. That was when the guides brought through. So I'm sitting over here just like in this nirvana, pure positive love space. And my body is channeling, words are coming out, and there is an entity, an angel, I believe. I couldn't see him. It was a sense, but I could hear him in my mind talking to my inner child. Are you okay, honey? Everything okay? Don't be scared. You're going to come back. Everything's fine. I could hear that going on. I could hear my channeling going on. And I'm over here and the tears are running down my face because I'm over here experiencing pure positive love. It was quite a moment in time, now I'll tell you. Do you think I can make it happen again? Son of a bitch. I cannot. None of this stuff happens when I sit down and try to do it. None of it happens. That's why I put out what I did on YouTube about any one-to-ones. I've said, don't come and say to me you want a healing. Yeah, I don't have an idea. I don't have any clue about that. I know that if a healing is what you're supposed to bring through me, your higher self is going to draw it through me. And now I understand that, and I'm perfectly okay with it.
Well, I honestly think that I came to this and to you from the background that I've talked about because of this out-of-body experience that I haven't really told anybody about. It's, but it was so impactful to me because it was so real and it was so
it is
vivid,
real. It is real.
and it was so
Sweetie, the part of you, this much of your energy body is within this body. The rest of it is non-physical. And so think about like lucid dreaming and dreaming. We when you ask the question, like, is shit really happening in my sleep? Oh yeah, stuff's happening in your sleep. I wake up, I don't remember it. I keep asking. This is part of my journey. I keep asking. I say, if I'm going to a spaceship or if I'm doing something, whatever, I want to remember, because I will wake up and I will have little, on the outskirts of my memories, little tiny pictures of things. And I know I've been busy. I know I feel love. I feel all of me. And then some. I just trust. I just keep trusting.
That's what I'm trying to do, because I have no idea. I mean, I think it just was out of innocence. There I was.
Out of surrender. You hit a moment where you so completely were surrendered that it was able to go. And so it's just, again, that damn practice word. It's just practice surrendering, trusting. My guides have said that one of the paths to enlightenment, one of the paths to really developing your gifts and all that kind of stuff, is through healing your inner child, having that communication with your inner child. So maybe you could do a meditation and ask, is there something? I've got lots of videos on YouTube about healing the inner child. Spend a little time talking about that. There has been great, beautiful developments with this group, as my guides have taught about the relationship, and it is the relationship between the humanity and your higher self. That we've got that relationship, and when we trust completely, when I get to the place where I am not afraid to go away from this body, because I want to live my life. And there has to be, because it's not happening, that thread of, what if it's so damn awesome that I don't choose to come back? Then what happens to my Michael and my family? I think that's probably, I'm getting a real wave of energy around that. I think that's probably my truth. I know that I can sit in this energy and say, I know I want to come back. I want to live out my human life. But what if I tap into something that's so damn glorious? Because I get to places that are pretty friggin' glorious. And what if it is so glorious that I don't want to come back? That scares me. Because I love my Michael. I love him, and I want to live old with him, and I want to live out this life with him. And I'm not saying it too loud because I don't want him to hear it and be scared. Because he is. He's scared sometimes about this stuff. He knows another man would never take me, but when you're talking about God, jeepers. It's a lot to compete with, right?
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome, sweetie. It's a journey. It's a journey. Have you ever done any inner child work?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Much.
Yeah.
I have a daughter who's a psychotherapist, and
Yeah. Yeah.
a lot. Yeah. I just have not been able to talk to anyone about that out of body experience, and
Yeah.
I haven't quite understood. My understanding it for me is that what it has done for me, it has propelled me to search more.
Deborah,
To study more.
everything is about frequency. And so the words that I speak, it isn't the words. It's the frequency that they're sending through. Even when we're chatting, when we have conversations like this, these codes and these frequencies will come in and they can literally change your DNA. We have DNA that is just waiting to be awakened to all this abilities. Everything that we've ever heard, every miracle that we've ever heard, walking through fire and healing with a touch of the hand and walking through walls, all of that is available. But it's what we were talking about with Beth. It's that we came and we took on the virtual headset that says this is reality. And we're going to live our life trying to figure out, can we adjust the virtual headset ourselves? Can we say, I know that I can walk through that damn wall? I can't, not yet. You know, I've posted a video today that was a really, really candid moment of me talking about healing myself. You know, we have the programming. We all have the programming, and we have to live with our programming. And what my guides have said that is, I think, a little bit different than what some have said, is that taking on that programming of the inner child is one of the agreements that we make before we come. Everyone has the programming. Not everyone has as many scars as others according to your childhood, but we all have that voice, that the ability for that child to be programmed up to the age of 9. That is being human. Everyone has it. So what is the voice in your head telling you? Is it telling you you can do anything, that you're going to come through with a voice that's going to tell you you're stupid? Because somewhere there's not a human in this world who, whether it was a brother or a sister, a friggin' commercial, a show on TV, something is going to plant the seed in that beautiful, precious, perfect little brain that says you are somehow less than. And when we learn to work with that inner child, to not try to put her away, not try to release her, she is an active part of our day-to-day life. Are you okay, baby girl? I say that to myself. So who's saying it, Deborah? When I say, are you okay, baby girl? And I can feel the love and the care of those words, that's my higher self. That's that part of me. That's why I said to Josephine, that when those words come, Pumpkin, you're doing such a good job. I love you so much. You're doing such a good job. When you hear those words, you're not making it up. You are allowing that which loves you and is you to speak in your mind. And it's incredible. It's just incredible. So on that, my loves, I'm going to turn you loose. Oh, my Joe is having a little nappy. Joe, you had a little nap. Are you all good? You okay? You got to unmute yourself.
Yeah, no, I'm perfectly fine. There was some energy moving, don't know what, but it was really,
Oh,
really wonderful.
oh,
Really
good, good,
wonderful.
good. Beautiful. I thought you was having a nap. I love it.
I
Love, love,
heard
love.
every word.
Good. I love it, love. Well, I am going to turn you all loose. I will be sending you out your video soon. And blessings to all of you.
Thank you all.